Hey guys, today's math lesson is an introduction to multiplying fractions. We're going to be going over a couple things. Number one, we're going to review what a unit fraction is. We're going to talk about how multiplication and addition are related, and then I'll show you a couple samples of how we can do the same kind of work but using multiplication one way or addition another. So like I said, let's start by going over what a unit fraction is, and we talked about this way in the beginning when we started to review fractions this year. A unit fraction is really just a math way of saying that the numerator is 1. It's 1 out of however many pieces you cut the whole into. And so the denominator can change. It can be 1/4 or 1/3 or 1/6 or 1/100th. As long as you remember that for a unit fraction, the numerator is always 1. Now, when we're thinking about multiplication, or how we can use a fraction to sort of break it up and think about unit fractions, we could do two things. We could use repeated addition, which looks something like this. So if I had 3/4, in order to use repeated addition with unit fractions, I would be using fourths all the way until I got to 3/4. So I would do something like 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. Now, because we know addition and multiplication are related, another way I could say that is 3, the whole number 3, times 1/4 equals 3/4. With addition and multiplication, we're only talking about, with a whole number, multiplying times the numerator, because the fourths stay the same in this case with a whole number. So instead of thinking 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, you could also be thinking 3 times 1/4 equals 3/4. You're basically saying the same thing. 3 of these is the same as adding it out. So it might just help to have that information in your brain when you're thinking about multiplying a whole number times a unit fraction. Now that rule only applies when it's a unit fraction and the numerator is 1, because we know 1 times any number is the same number. So that's just a little bit of a sneak peek into what we're going to be doing this week, which is learning about how to multiply fractions and even mixed numbers. Talk soon.